the audacity for people to come at Biggie saying that she's ruining the brand, she's acting bougie,
Yeah.
but this bitch gets to sit on stage with a fractured face,
Yep.
can't fight,
Yep.
and tases Tink behind her back. Doesn't there no warning, no nothing.
Yup.
In a booking.
Yup.
In a booking.
At a booking is crazy.
Sukihana, okay. She could do that.
That was bad. That was still bad.
Sukihana, okay, she could do that because it's Sukihana. We know Suki. Suki don't need baddies.
Right, she don't.
Tommy, we know who Tommy is. She was Tommy before baddies.
Right.
Kold Killa? Baddies made you, bitch.
This the kind of beat the go, this the kind of beat the go, this the kind of beat the go, rock, ta, ta.
Blah, blah, blah. Welcome back to another episode of the Petty Headquarters. I'm your host, Yana Logan. This is
Jesse Strange.
And we are back at it again with another episode, y'all. And of course, we have our baddies recap for y'all.
Yes, we do. But before we begin, hello, welcome everybody to the Petty Posse. We're the Petty Headquarters podcast. We cover things like reality TV, internet culture, Hollywood culture, and just like today, baddies.
Yes, and we're going to be covering episodes 11, 12, and 13 of Baddies USA Chapter 2, y'all. Yeah. So let's just get into this week's dose of mess.
Yeah, and before we begin, guys, if you haven't already, we've been going live. We've been going live every week, and if you haven't caught the live when it's happening, you can find it on Patreon.
Yep.
So if you guys are free, you guys want to show some love and support to the PHQ, you can definitely go find some content there. We definitely have some, content. We've been posting more there. So
also, if you guys checked out our interview at Red's Punch, aka Traffic Light Climber, we did do a segment of questions that we asked her that we are not going to air on here, for a lot of reasons. So you can catch those, I guess, her answers to those questions on Patreon as well.
That's right. And definitely check out the interview if you haven't, because especially on the baddies segment, because we do talk baddies with her. She's a baddies fan. So definitely go check it out if you haven't already.
Yeah, for sure. Now with that, all of that out the way, let's get into this week's Dose of Mess.
Yes.
Baddies episode 11. All right, we take it up with the whole spitting and Fauna picking up a rock to throw at Lex and running around and busting her ass in the dirt.
Yeah.
And everybody just talking shit.
100%.
That whole shit was disgusting, as we saw, like Tavy says in a recent episode, a whole Pornhub amount of spit on her.
That shit was nasty.
Nasty, yo. Nasty.
What they call that? The hog spit.
Ugh.
It's a great description.
Disgusting. It was, because it was like, I don't even want to talk about it. So security is like stopping her from, getting the rock and all of that. And Rolly does say in her confessional that she thinks Lex is weird for spitting, because it's like, if you're a, so-called heavy hitter, why are you spitting?
I'll be honest with you, the more we have, like, the many years being into baddies, like we said in the last episode, I feel like, they really have normalized a lot of the things that we would normally criticize these girls for, to the point where I'm just like, oh God, okay, they spit. Like, we've seen, I was going to say tasers in this recent episode. Not trying to skip here. But we've seen horse shit. We've seen
the dogs almost getting beat up in a fight, like
BB guns. We've seen all, like, we are literally the example of what happens when you start to become desensitized to these things.
Yeah, and I definitely feel like the new generation watching this shit is for sure desensitized.
100%. And I just feel like back in the day, we used to look at spitting like that was beyond
disrespectful.
Bottom of barrel disrespectful.
I still look at it like that, but it's crazy how on the show, the term "this is baddies," it's getting super normalized. Super normalized, which is crazy to me. That was hefty. That was some hefty.
It wasn't cute though, because
it wasn't,
whatever.
So now We have Kanaya, Ciroc. They getting their nails done and they're just chopping it up. They're happy that they didn't have beef with each other. Biggie comes into the scene, right? Then they start talking about the situation that happened with Neek. Now, it's interesting because Kanaya is saying to Ciroc, yeah, no, don't fight Neek. There's no reason to fight Neek. So in that situation, you kind of see Kanaya has Neek's back in this moment.
Yeah.
And Biggie comes in and she's telling her, well, I mean, I don't really think she fuck with you like that. The energy, it's not like she said that, but the energy is giving she doesn't fuck with you like that.
Yeah.
And of course, this gets addressed in the recent episode, which we will get to, but it's really interesting to see that this was talked about.
100%.
And to see how Neek moved.
Yeah.
And handled the situation.
Girl, get Neek the fuck out of here.
Agreed.
Because, like I said before, we've heard time and time again this attitude from Neek, from Jocelyn.
Time and time again.
Before.
Yes. Even when we went to an event where they were there, Neek still had that same attitude.
Like she was
weird.
The star.
Like she was the star.
Like we were there for Neek.
Yeah. Like it was really weird. Like that made me very uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Did we speak about this before on the pod? Did we speak about what she said? Like insinuating that we were gonna like go in the bus and touch her belongings?
No.
We never spoke about that, right?
I don't think so.
Should we get to the situation? Should we talk about that?
Did we talk about that?
I don't remember. That was a while ago.
That was a long
fucking time ago.
Yeah.
That was when Danny and Andrea were still cool. So we were there. We interviewed Danny and Andrea and Oceans.
Forgot about that.
Right. So we were able to do that and Ricardo, right? Because we were there and we were by the bus and it was nothing crazy and security wasn't too crazy. But like, again, I was just standing there, wasn't doing anything. She gets off the bus and like, I simply go, hey, Neek. It was nothing crazy. It was just like, hey, Neek, like, I'm a normal person. I'm a normal human being. I'm not going to do anything crazy like maybe some other fanatic would do. But I guess she didn't know that. So her immediate response was, guys, watch the bus. Watch my stuff on the bus. And all this weird shit after I said hi to her, which I thought was interesting because she was going in and out and she wasn't saying that. Right. But it was after I said that. It was just a little weird. I'm like, I don't know what you thought this was, but nobody's crowding this bus right now.
Yeah.
Nobody's getting on the bus. Nobody's going to touch your stuff. You can relax.
There's a lot of self-importance when it comes to her. She feels like it gives that like a big head, you know what I mean?
For sure.
Which is why like probably she reacted that way because she's like thinks like, oh, you're out to get her, but it's like, girl, the world does not revolve around you.
Right.
And I feel like Jocelyn has said those exact words before too.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong, yo.
Because she acts like like Biggie said too, like she's the star of the cabaret girls, and she literally said in the recent episode, I am.
Which is outrageous. Because let's be real. If anybody, the only two people that should stay, in my opinion, from the cabaret girls is Amber and Wet Wet.
Yo, fact.
That's it.
Wet is the star of the cabaret girls, in my opinion.
Amber and Wet and maybe Kanaya, just because of this whole recent situation. But up until then, I said Kanaya needed to go.
Right. No, you really did.
So it's like all these cabaret girls are wasting space. They're a waste of time. Egypt, who?
Right.
Boring.
Egypt, too, especially because everybody was always saying she was a heavy hitter. So it was like, I don't know. Anywho. But, you know, Biggie does say that she has a restraining order against Ciroc and they should not even be talking like this. Yeah. So I thought that was interesting that was said. But then you have rumors going around that Ciroc and Biggie are like buddy now.
Oh, and you know what's interesting? I know we keep jumping back and forth, but we might as well. Because, guys, we're recapping
all of the episodes.
Yeah. Right. And it's like interesting because it's like Mariah ends up saying that, oh, that's not what we heard from the stylist. Why is it that the stylists are fucking messy?
I heard her say that when she said someone's stylist said. I was like, who the fuck? What's the next stylist that said that?
These stylists are chismosos.
No, literally, because I'm like, why is it always the stylist? This is the second stylist now. Like, Darian, no shade. But it's like, this is the second stylist now. What are we supposed to think? Like, how are we supposed to feel? You know what I mean?
Right. So at some point, Ciroc ends up apologizing to Biggie.
Yeah.
Which is which is like, it was cool to see them in this like moment because obviously Biggie was like, yeah, you know, you stubbed my toe and all this shit.
Yeah, I know.
And doing that whole thing. But it was like cool to kind of see them like
interact. Like,
have an adult's conversation.
Adult conversation for real about the whole situation, you know. And it was so funny because then Ciroc says, I got you a golden ticket, you know. Whatever fate you want me to catch, that's it. You know, I thought that was pretty cool. But then, you know, the girls go to Area 15 where they have the day party. So they're in Vegas. So I thought it was cute how they did that little setup because we've been there.
Yes.
We know exactly what area they were in. They were in the arcade area, but they like rented it out, closed it out, and put some cute little lounge chairs for them. I thought that was cute.
Yeah, it was dope. It was pretty dope.
Yeah. So the girls come in, you know, Fauna comes in dressed like a sergeant, boots, you know, the ski mask.
The combat boots had me weak.
Boots, yes, with the cargo pants and the top. So she comes in and, you know, Lex comes in and she's like, why'd you spit on me? Why'd you spit on me? And they're just having a lot of conversation.
Yep.
And there's nothing happening.
No.
Which shocked me because I'm like, oh, I thought it was going to be on go because spit is insane.
Yeah, Fauna was doing a lot of chit-chatting.
A lot, you know, and I'm not gonna lie, the fact that didn't happen off rip, that is crazy. Like that should have been a sneak.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
100%.
You spit on me, like that's blood.
It's all up.
Yes, it's like up and it's stuck after that. Like spit is no joke. That's crazy. So Mariah comes in, you know, everybody's in there. Ciroc's sitting down minding her business. Mariah
comes in hot.
Comes in wanting
to fight with an agenda.
Yep.
We already know. And you know what? It's like so funny because like every time in the beginning, and I always see this throughout like the consentment of like the people, the audience, but it's like so funny. Everyone's like, we miss Mariah. I'm so happy Mariah's back. Oh my God,
I
Mariah.
never said that, so I don't know.
I know, not you, but there's a group of people that are always like, we miss her. And then we get her. And then it's just like, ugh, you're reminded of why we don't like her. Like, because a lot of people were like, she has funny, corny confessionals. I don't give a fuck how corny her confessionals are, how funny they can be. She is a two-faced, weird ass
for real
person that's really good at being fake for Zeus.
Really good at being fake.
Really good.
And that's the thing, like even going back to Mariah Lynn's Love and Hip Hop days, like she does this. Shorty's a performer.
She is a performer.
Oscar award-winning performer, bitch. Because her argument with Biggie outside, I was like, bitch, you're going that hard.
Bro, she's going hard. Shorty was going hard for something when 3 girls told her she was wrong.
That ass.
That's great. Like the ego. No, let's talk about that for a minute. You know what it is? It's because it's like so crazy to me how 3 girls told you were wrong. You looked through Biggie's phone and you were like, yeah, I'm going to stand strong on it. And then Biggie's telling her, I kind of don't want to fuck with you no more. You don't got to defend me. And she's like, you know what? I don't want to fuck with you. And I'm just like, you don't get to say that. Biggie said it first.
It was
your ego is really hurt.
No, I feel like, you know, I was given that. That whole thing was so weird to me because she's screaming at the top of her lungs. She's screaming at the top of her lungs. I'm like, wait, wasn't you just talking mad shit about Biggie? Right. Now all of a sudden you screaming as if you're trying to quote unquote save a friendship when you don't even fuck with Biggie like that.
And then look at the manipulative part about the whole thing. She sat there and said, look, even when we're fighting, I still got your back. But you did that on purpose to prove a point.
She does that all the time. She's very strategic with everything she does. I feel like we see it every season with Mariah. So that's why I'm not shocked.
And that's why I'm happy. Finally, Biggie's like, I see right through you.
Crystal clear.
I want to like you, but I see right through you. I see what you're doing. You're a fake ass bitch.
Fake ass bitch.
But we've been saying that.
Yes, we've been peeped this. So it's like, we're not even shocked.
No,
like,
this is
not
her.
even shocked. Like, this is her.
This is her.
This is why, like, her and Natalie are, like, really close.
But fuck that. Like, even then, it's like, this is why she still is Zeus, because she's good at being fucking messy.
Yes.
She's good at literally starting drama and playing the victim.
I mean, that's what she's getting paid to do. But so that's the thing. And that's the sticky situation, right? Because Mariah Lynn, if we're going to be honest, good at her job. But not good at being a friend to nobody. Like, she is not a friend. She's good at her job.
Period.
She married to the money. That's it, girl. So anytime I see Mariah get into these moods, I just be like, clap it up, Mariah, for that Oscar award-winning performance because you ate that. Because, bitch, we know damn well you don't give a fuck.
Right.
Yo! So back to the main thing. Mariah goes in and she's like, so we still got an issue to Ciroc. We still got an issue? Ciroc's not answering her. She's ignoring her. So, of course, Mariah does her usual theatrics, takes off her shoe, throws it at Ciroc, right? So now Ciroc is upset. She wants to get to her. Security's not allowing her to get to her. You know, Mariah is trolling Ciroc at the same time, basically talking shit, yelling at her, you know, mocking her. You know, at some point, Ciroc does start crying because she's upset. Like, you know, I can't get to you. This is frustrating as hell. And then, like, bitches don't lead by example.
Yeah, and I know you felt some type of way that she actually cried on camera.
Yeah, I was very happy that she cried. I felt for her. But I was happy that she cried because they look at you like you some big aggressive bitch because that's what you look like. Yeah. So they think you don't have emotions. Mm-hmm. So it's very easy to just be like, ooh, like Mariah's mocking her, like, ooh, boo, hoo, she's crying, oh, and all this shit. And I'm like, oh, you talking mad shit. But when she gets you, right. Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky, when I catch you, right. So I was actually happy she cried because good. Yeah. It's unfortunate. But, like, when you're looked at as the aggressor, you have to literally be like that for people to be like, oh, okay, so you do have a soft side. Right? The fuck?
It's so true. 100%. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I like that Ciroc is just a genuine...
She's just herself.
Person on this show. Like, she'll cry, she'll fight 3-5 bitches if she has to. Yeah. She'll apologize when she needs to. Yeah. She'll stand up when she needs to. Yeah. And it's like all real emotions, unlike pressure.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing. With pressure, it just feels super fake. But we not even there yet, girl. Yeah. So Fauna tries to comfort her, tries to console her, talking about, you know, that's nothing, you know, you can't let these bitches get to you. We have stuff to do, whatever, right? Natalie does not care. She keeps telling Ciroc that she's doing too much and telling her to stop, and she's not really caring about what she's saying. And then, you know, Ciroc is like, you pick and choose, but it's okay. But you need to just, like, you know, get better. She did throw a shoe at me. And Natalie's like, no, I have both of your sides. Whatever.
But you did see, like, Mariah kind of, like, trying to get Natalie on her side and kind of look cliquey. It was cliquey where Ciroc was like...
very cliquey.
Ciroc was like, oh, I get it. Okay.
Ciroc even mentioned, too, that Mariah talked about her kids. This is where we find out about that. And Biggie mentions that in the argument with Mariah in the recent episode,
She did.
Which is crazy. So, you know, yeah, that was it. So now we go on to the next scene where the girls finally get to perform. And this is where we see Biggie remove Tasiki's part from her song.
Oh my God, yes. She removed that shit.
She removed
and
that
I'm
shit.
very happy she did.
Yeah, I'm happy she did too.
At the end of the day, Biggie she knows her worth, and I feel like people are so mad when they see another person elevating themselves and kind of maneuvering through baddies, kind of the same way Natalie has worked her way up to maneuver through baddies. Like, Natalie has now earned the privilege to come in and out of the show whenever she wants. Yeah. Stunna came in with some type of clout. So now she has the privilege because she has that much fucking clout and fans. Yeah. She can come in and out through batteries however she sees fit for her. Yeah. Biggie, as we see even up into the last episode, is also doing the same. I want to cut Tasiki off. Fuck that bitch. I can cut her off because I can. Right. Because I fucking can. That's awesome.
I mean, it's her song.
Same thing with her walking out on rehearsals or on the dance studio. Yeah, let me excuse myself because I can.
Right.
Like, it's lit.
Right. So I want to address a comment that was left on our recent episode.
I know which one.
With Red's Punch,
yes,
right?
I know which one.
So if I fuck this name up, I'm sorry. But Sabria Monet 655 said, it seems like you guys feel one way about the Biggie and Tasiki situation, but saying the opposite. I'm assuming because the guest had a different opinion. Y'all know Biggie ain't set nothing up. All that quote-unquote scary person capable of anything is not valid in this situation. Why would Biggie be the one getting attacked in a situation she set up? It makes no sense. I want to address that. And I was going to respond to it, but I was like, you know what? Let's address it on the pod.
Yeah. First of all, we appreciate the comment because you're not wrong.
Right.
You're absolutely not wrong,
valid.
girl.
You're valid. You're valid.
You are not wrong. But go ahead, say what you got to say first, and then I'll say what I got to say.
So you're valid for sure. We agree with you,
yes.
right? And we definitely had more conversations with Miss Red's Punch off camera for sure that
100%.
y'all didn't see. At the end of the day, when we have guests here, we're on a time limit, right? We don't want to waste too much time going back and forth about one question when we have other questions to get through. So I think that's really what that was.
Yes.
So that's why we had more of that debate off camera. So obviously you guys didn't get to see that, but trust me, we still are on the same side you're on.
Yes.
You know, it's just one of those things where you got to maneuver during a guest interview and that's it.
Well said, girl. Well
That's
said.
literally it.
That's literally it, girl.
There's nothing more to
and
it.
I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad you clocked it because as you should.
Right, as you should.
As you should. Yes, girl. We are the same. At the end of the day, you know, we disagree with her.
Right.
And we made it known, but we're not going to go back and forth because at the end of the day, when you were doing interviews, it's about our guest. It's not really about us.
Exactly.
So we said what we said, and it was a debate, definitely off camera as well.
Right, for sure, for sure.
But I thank you. I really appreciate you keeping it a buck because that's what we're here for.
Exactly. So I was like, I want to address this comment.
Yes, I'm glad.
Let's do it.
I love that.
Oh, so back to the show, y'all. That was great.
I love that.
Mm-hmm. So Tommy and Tavy, they have their conversation now. And I honestly, I'm not gonna lie, when they had this conversation, I'm cracking up because Tommy the whole time is just trolling Tavy. She's not taking this conversation serious. Tavy's really being serious, talking about how I just want to dead this. I want you to apologize. And first of all, off rip, you knew Tommy didn't care. She walks in immediately singing DMX lyrics.
Yo.
Talking about, what even it want from a nigga? Like, why are you singing DMX lyrics as soon as you meeting with Tavy? This is the shit Tavy getting mad about.
Yo. And it's the fact that Tavy still thinks she's gonna get an apology from this egotistical maniac.
Yeah, she is an egotistical maniac.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no, for real. It's
this
bad.
bitch couldn't say sorry for the life of her.
She could not say the word sorry.
This is the same bitch that said, you ran into the bullets.
Yeah, that's bad.
You really thought she was gonna say sorry to you, Tavy?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good fucking point.
But you know what? That's the real New Yorker in her, because at the end of the day, we're persistent. We are taught to be persistent.
No, for sure.
So you saw that persistence.
You did. Tavy is really the definition. Like, she embodies New York, for real. The way she moves, the way she talks, the way she acts is very New York. Very, very much so. And sometimes I'll be like, girl, can we like pick and choose maybe 40% New York and not 100%? But she always be at 100.
Especially
I just be
with
like,
these
damn.
LA bitches.
Right. Like, you can't always be at 100 in New York with everybody. And she don't care.
I love it.
She literally was like, can you apologize at the end, right? Can you just apologize? Because you know how that made me feel. Why fucking Tommy go, about that. Yeah, so it won't happen again. Yeah. Girl, I cracked the fuck. We was cracking up. For those that caught the live when we watched that, y'all saw we was cracking the fuck up watching that shit.
Yeah, by the way, we saw that with my grandma, so.
Yeah, Jesse's 74-year-old grandma. So you're going to see her reacting to it too. So it's so funny.
Yeah.
And this is where Tommy's calling Tavy sensitive as fuck. Talking about, why do I have to apologize to you for something that you already know I ain't even mean it like that? Yo. Tommy don't know what accountability means.
No.
I don't think the word is in her vocabulary. Like, I don't think she understands that.
I don't think she cares.
I don't think she cares either. And then immediately after that, she trips on her heels. So it was like low-key karma. Literally. So we see Tasiki, Mariah Lynn, Rolly, and a bunch of other girls join them, but I don't care about that. This main scene is important because Rolly is asking Tasiki about the situation that panned out with Biggie and her outsider friends, Timu, okay? Because we not saying her name.
Period.
We not saying her name. And one thing I do want to point out.
Point it out. Go ahead.
Tasiki tells Rolly that Timu was not the aggressor because Rolly had asked, was she the aggressor? Because I heard that she attacked Biggie. And
she said that?
Yes.
I don't remember that.
Rolly literally was saying this is what Biggie said. And Biggie said that Timu attacked her. And as she says that, Tasiki is looking at her and she shakes her head and she's like, no. So that I want to talk about because that is so fucking weird. That is so weird.
Fake ass
And then right after she's explaining whatever the fuck she's explaining, because I don't really care about the explanation, in her confessional, she goes, Biggie doesn't know how to take accountability. Learn how to take accountability.
When she said that, that shit fucked me up because I'm like, this is the pot calling the kettle black. Bitch, when have you taken accountability?
Never.
You literally hugged Lex in front of her after getting beat up, after Lex
and still didn't apologize.
Attacking Biggie and still didn't apologize. We all saw it. We all literally, it was like no misinterpretation. It literally happened right there. And yet you couldn't do that. So it's like, it seems so funny.
Yeah.
How people are so quick to call other people that, but
it's really weird too because Timu literally said, yeah, I attacked her, or I think I did. But either way, that first answer was the truth.
Right.
That first answer was the truth.
So weird.
So I feel like in Tasiki's mind, because she's known those girls for 20 plus years,
she's gonna ride.
She's gonna ride with them no matter what they say. So if her friends tell her, or even if her friends lie to her, she's gonna side with that. And clearly we can see that here because how are you gonna tell Rolly that no, Timu didn't attack Biggie? We all saw it. We all clearly saw it. And what pisses me off the most is that, yeah, we already talked about this.
But Tasiki's also the same type of person. Like, we all saw that, but we all saw her hug Lex too, and she literally couldn't even apologize. Even if she was like, okay, I understand. Maybe I could have done something different. There was no type of reflection. No reflection on maybe I could have been better. Maybe I could have done better. Like, when you see Hurricane and TT, they talk. Hurricane says, yes, I could have done more, but I still stood up for you. Yes. That's someone who reflects. Yes. Someone who's like, yo, I was there for you, but you're right. I could have done better. Those are younger girls.
Yes, girl. That Hurricane and TT scene, I was sad because I'm like, y'all really was cool. I watched Baddies Gone Wild. I know y'all are cool. That's why Natalie was like, Emery's your friend. I know Emery's your friend. And I'm sure Natalie comes across a lot of fake people. So she's like, yeah, that girl's your friend. And I'm like, yo, they were really great friends. So seeing the conversation, you could tell they both were feeling a lot of sad emotions, but they both trying to do that thing where I'm not going to cry like on camera.
But also like I said, first of all, TT, I'm pretty sure, I'm hoping that when she looks back at the footage,
she sees that
there's a different There's a different approach because at the end of the day, when it's chaotic like that, I really can't expect you to remember to the T of what or trust anybody's word, right? But besides all that, right? Going back to how these girls are way younger than Tasiki, and you see Hurricane literally reflecting and taking accountability when Tasiki could have done the same with that whole Lex situation. Yeah. And she didn't.
Nope.
How these little girls look more grown than you.
Yeah.
But you have the audacity to say that Biggie can't take accountability?
Yeah.
That's hysterical.
Yeah, but it's just a reflection of Tasiki and her environment, right? Look at the girls that she was friends with for 20 years. That's who she is. That's how she acts. That's her.
She's a Malone.
That
exactly why we shouldn't be comparing her to Krishan in a sense where she's the better Malone. She's not. She's exactly the same product.
Yo,
same everything.
Some real conversations, yo. Some real conversations. Y'all better tap in. So, Summer, now she got beef with Tink all of a sudden, which this was so random. And even Tink was like, what the fuck? Summer claims that Tink's energy started changing with her because Tink was the one that put her on a Baddies, showing her the robes, introducing her to different shit, had her back. And then she just started getting weird, and how she left a comment on Instagram basically about Summer was shading Natalie. And Tink was basically saying that she's going to be one of the girls that's going to be helping Natalie. And put the eye emojis or whatever the case is. So Summer didn't like that. She confronts her about it. And Tink is like, bitch, I been did that and we saw each other after that. You didn't say anything. So why are you saying something now? This is not making any sense. You became friends with Tommy and now you're switching up.
Yes.
And then Summer's like, oh, so because I became friends with Tommy, you're mad? You're mad? You're mad? So now it's like a whole beef for literally nothing.
I'm on Tink's side because I'm confused.
Me too.
I'm very confused what this beef is with Tink.
So confused.
I'm confused why all of a sudden Summer's acting like Tommy's little pit bull.
Yeah.
I'm confused why Summer is making Tommy like she's like Tommy's Batman and she's Robin. Like that's
what it's giving.
I don't understand this weird
Batman and she's Robin.
identity switch. Like I thought like Summer was always cool on her own.
She was always the main character.
Now she's Tommy's puppet.
Yeah, it's giving, now that you're friends with Tommy, you're kind of a side character.
Yeah.
It's
you
weird.
Are.
Yeah.
It's
you're
weird.
Tommy's sidekick now. And Tommy's the main character. When no, it shouldn't even be like that. I know, right?
It really reminds me of when Rolly had E.T. doing all the dirty work and all that shit.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that because it's like, I never thought I would see Summer fall from grace like this. But low-key, she's falling from grace. I'm not gonna lie.
I will say, though, Tommy be hooking her up with some good wigs, good clothes. So she been looking better. You know, she been looking better since she been friends with Tommy. But I don't like the energy. It's giving Tommy sidekick for real. It really is. So
he's like a fucking Bratz doll, just dress her up.
She's dressing her up. She's styling her. Okay. So now, obviously, Tink feels like this whole thing is weird. Now, Tink and Summer, they fight. They have an altercation. And then after that, you know, it gets broken up. Fucking Summer goes to the black truck where Tommy is and with Tommy's other friend, Treve, right? So Tink, you know, she feels threatened. She's like, these bitches coming here to jump me? Because there was like another girl too on top of that. Yeah. So Tink, that ass talking about, I got something for y'all, runs to the kitchen to grab a knife.
Yeah, reminds me of when Dolly did the same.
Yeah, but no one was trying to jump her. It was just Ivory. She just didn't want to fight Ivory.
That's true.
So literally, Tink does that, and security guards are like trying to take this shit. They're holding her hand. Two security guards holding her hand, trying to take the knife out of her hand. And, you know, Tink's trying to call people up to get people to come because these mad bitches, they in the call. And Tommy and Summer are yelling at Treve, talking about, Treve, go. Like she's some fucking lapdog.
Yeah. I was telling you, this whole scene fucking weirded me out because it's like, why the fuck is Summer acting like this? This is so weird.
Yeah, girl.
She's losing her personality and it's really, really weird.
I agree. I do feel like no, we still see Summer's personality, but I can see that she's losing that spark to her because it's getting overshadowed by Tommy now.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, Summer, she's going to be funny. She's going to be sarcastic. She's always going to have something smart to say. Like, that obviously doesn't change. I just feel like when she was on Baddies and, like, she was with the big three, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Like, she was the character. She was the Tommy of the group.
Yeah, she was.
You know what I mean?
Like said, the Beyonce.
Yeah. Bitch, you not Beyonce.
You're not Beyonce no more, boo.
No.
You're not Beyonce no more. So now that takes us into episode 12, y'all. Where Tink, she trying to call friends to pull up. Like I said, you know, security eventually is able to get the knife out of her hand, right? Mm-hmm. Summer and Tommy finally drive off. And now this is where we see Tink go in Summer's confessional.
Oh!
Shit was so lit.
First of all,
shit was so lit.
I want to let y'all know, you have to tune into the live because my grandma was watching this. She's been watching the lives with us.
Yes.
I mean, the episodes, and this episode specifically traumatized her.
Yeah.
She's was nervous and anxious and literally was like, I'm going to have bad dreams tonight.
Yeah, literally. She's like, what's going to happen next? Like, oh my God.
She was so nervous. But anyways, that's besides the point. We kept getting the comments like, we can't wait to see y'all's reactions to the edit. The editing was good in this episode. And there are 2 editing notes that I have. This one, very good. Mm-hmm. I like the confessional. Summer sitting there doing her confessional. This shit has no color grade and I love it. This is literally, what is it called? Raw. The raw format.
Yes.
No filter, no nothing.
Yeah.
Fucking Tink comes in and slaps her or some shit?
Yeah, slaps her and then they just start fighting. And then the producer is yelling in the back, Tink, no! you can't do Tinka. Why would you? Like, she's like going crazy.
The
running
theatrics.
Running after her too. Like,
right. Like, y'all
security's
saw
in there. Like, y'all let her walk in here, bitch.
But it's okay. It's funny. It's fun.
Bro, it was hilarious. I was like, this really brought me back to like OG reality TV.
Yeah, that was funny.
It brought me back to OG like Bad Girls Club when they just went in that confessional room, did not give a fuck.
And
like,
you saw how Summer literally was shocked by
she
that.
Was shocked. She was like, Tink, like, seriously?
Yeah.
Like, laughing it off and everything. She was just like, what? Are you for real? Like, you thought she was playing with you?
Yeah, she did.
That's crazy.
She did.
So that scene, not gonna lie, had us cracking the fuck up. I was like, I was kind of lit. Knock Summer off the chair and all that.
100%.
I was like, damn, the chair went fucking backwards, yo. So now Natalie meets up with Biggie, and now they're having a conversation about Biggie's behavior. And this is where Biggie's like, Natalie, you told me to act like a diva, you know, and now you're mad that I'm acting like a diva. You know, I feel like Natalie, she felt like Natalie switches up every time they get around all the girls. And Natalie feels like Biggie switches up every time they get around the girls. I just think it's one person reacting to another person's energy at that point.
100%. I can see them. I can see them both switching up when they're around the girls.
Right.
And plus, honestly, let's be real. Yeah, Natalie did teach her a standard.
Yeah.
Which is true.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, Natalie is the role model. She's the role model baddie. This is what the girls want to be like. They want to ride the private jets. They want to get to a point where they don't have to work as hard. They want that. They want their businesses to flourish.
Yeah.
That's the goal. So, like, Biggie's not wrong.
Yeah.
But also, Biggie has always been a diva.
Yeah.
So it just got worse.
Yeah.
That's
it. Just
But
got worse.
I feel like the word diva, though, is really like, it's looked at as a bad thing, and it's really not. Like, Biggie has standards and always had, even before Baddies.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So Natalie says, like, you taking the diva thing further than me, though. Further than me. And I think that's where, like, she has an issue. What she says in her confessional, like, yeah, be a diva, but I didn't tell you to charge up so many tabs and under, you know, our shit. I didn't tell you to take first class trips everywhere, because now that's become a headache for me. And I'm wondering if she's talking from a business perspective and a financial perspective when it comes to Biggie acting like that. Because it's like, yes, be a diva, but no time and place. Because this is still a business that we have to run, and we still have to, like, watch certain limits, and you don't have any limits. And that's what I got from the conversation. Like,
hey, at the end of the day, I definitely understand a Capricorn's perspective when it comes to business. Money. So yeah, you created a problem. There is a problem. But I mean, at the end of the day, Natalie also knows, like, yes, you are spending a lot, but girl, the same way you looked at Lemmy Plummer when he was in Italy talking about, oh, you taking them on this trip, Jayla and Scotty, because it's a business write-off, is the same way these tabs are business write-offs. Please, girl. I do not want to hear you bitching about money when all you do is flex the money. Like, please, it is a business write-off.
Well, I mean, yeah, but she works hard for that, though. So it's like, she gets to do that. You know what I mean? Someone like Biggie that's not in that position yet, it's like, okay, you can't be doing more than me. You feel me? Like, why are you paying and buying and doing more shit than me? And, like, you know, I'm still looking at the finances. I'm still trying to run the business. You're not. So, like, imagine how that looks. Someone that's actually running it, and they're seeing everything, and they're like, all right, you're doing actually way more than me. I have limits and you don't.
Okay, but what is that? Like, here's my thing. That's like a very catty thing to look at it.
Is it? What if it's really coming from, like, a financial and business perspective, though?
But she is not obligated to pay for Biggie if she doesn't want to.
But it's not her. It's Zeus Network.
Okay, then, so why is she talking?
Because she's a part of Zeus Network.
Right. And Zeus Network also has how many things going for them? They have apartments. They have a jet line. They have their own bus, their own car services. But we don't
see the numbers.
It doesn't matter. The point is this. Biggie is an investment. Biggie is such an investment that she is the first person on Zeus whatever label that they invested money into her. At the end of the day, no matter what she does, she is the investment. So yeah, like same way Krishan at some point was an investment, even though she's a liability.
Right.
Okay, that's it. So why does Krishan get to act like a fucking liability, but Biggie doesn't?
But Natalie had the same. It was actually worse with Krishan.
Right, but that's what I'm saying, because Krishan was a dead end.
Yeah.
Biggie is actually producing. You feel me? So it's like you gotta pick and choose.
And that's what Biggie says. She says she works really hard. So it's like for you to be treating me like I'm everybody else, which is valid. Again, I don't know. Again, we didn't hear any details about the financial and business part, but from the confessional, it sounded like it may have only just came from that perspective.
It did.
I don't think it was more like her being catty, because she be hyping up Biggie. She loves Biggie. But, you know, when you're looking at stuff, because she mentioned charging tabs here, taking first class flights everywhere. Like, she mentioned those specific things. So that relates to money. So that, I don't know what she's seeing when she's running things at Zeus Network. We don't know that. So we can't make a quick judgment to be like, oh, it's catty, when it could really be from just like, okay, know your limits.
No.
Okay.
I completely disagree. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
So you think Biggie should have no limits with that?
I think Biggie is going to be a diva the same way she was a diva before she was hired. Before she always had high standards. She always had the big chains. She always acted like that. She had her own money before this.
Right.
Was it as much? No, but she was always a go-getter. So it's like, at the end of the day, this is who the product is, and that's it. You don't see fucking Glorilla getting told, oh yeah, you above the limits. Like, you know what I mean? I just feel like Natalie is just being catty because what? You choose not to be a certain way, or you want her to act a certain way. And I think that's really what it is. Natalie doesn't like girls getting out of line or doesn't feel like they're above the program. And it's really a control thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it has anything to do with that.
Okay. All right. So Natalie calls a house meeting and, you know, everybody shows up. And, you know, Mariah shows up. Ciroc gets to work. Punch the shit out of her. Let's just skip the fluff. Let's skip all the extra shit. Ciroc punched the shit out of Mariah in this fucking meeting.
This is the second editing note.
They definitely edited the shit out of that fight.
What the fuck was that about? First of all, people noticed that there was a scene that was edited out from the preview. Second of all, this scene was cut short. I don't understand what the fuck happened.
It was probably too brutal, so they cut it short.
Who's protecting Mariah Lynn? Because why the hell did we not see her get beat up?
We saw Summer getting her ass handed, and it was super brutal, and they didn't edit that out.
Right. So I'm like, what the hell? Why didn't we see more of that? We
saw one hit, and that was it. Honestly, that one hit was enough. It was enough.
That shit was one hit wonder.
Was enough, yo. I was like, we ain't need to see no more shit. That's it.
I ain't gonna lie, I got some satisfaction out of that.
That's what I'm saying. That one hit was enough. It was like, bow. It was hard as fuck.
Shit. She went. It's like, oh.
Mariah went back for real. She went back. I'm telling you, that was enough. We didn't need to see nothing else. Ciroc did what she came there to do. She got her lick back after Mariah threw a fucking shoe at her.
Yeah.
To be fair, you can't be throwing shit at people and then expecting them to just let you walk around free. Like,
also the weirdest part about this scene was the fact that Tasiki happened to be there, and she's like, run up.
Squaring up.
And then Ciroc is like, no, you run up. And then they're just there. And
squaring up, but then nothing happened.
And then that was the end of the scene. Yeah. We didn't really see more of that. And I thought
that they were going to do something and nothing happened. And I'm like, wait.
And the conversation ended up becoming, was it Ciroc's responsibility to run up on Tasiki? But it's like, you're trying to protect your
Mariah,
friend.
So you run up.
You inserted yourself.
Period.
It had nothing to do with you, but you want her to run up. It was weird.
Yeah, it was so weird. I was like, what? And then the conversation started to become like, oh, Ciroc's pussy, she didn't want that. But Ciroc even said in a recent episode, I already beat up your friend. Like, I was like, yo, why are you talking so much shit right now?
I love it.
So
she should.
You know, so it was weird. So now Tasiki's really upset. She's standing there with her arms crossed, and nothing happens.
Nothing happens, but also Mariah is literally
still trying to like
it's trying to be like Tasiki, like trying to hide behind Tasiki. Wasn't she trying to encourage
she was actually trying to sneak her.
Oh, that's what she was doing.
She was just trying to run up and sneak Ciroc throughout the whole episode as she's fighting other people. Because even if she were to fight Tasiki, Mariah was still ready to run up and securities were holding her back.
That's true. So I'm thinking about the last episode, how she was like basically behind Tasiki talking about, you can run. I have it written down, but she's like,
I remember.
You can run up to Tasiki. Basically doing exactly what Timu said Biggie was doing.
Yep.
She was doing it with Tasiki.
She was, but nobody's saying nothing from Mariah. And I'm just like, how Mariah keep getting away with this strategic manipulation? I don't know.
And where's Timu?
Where's Timu now?
Where's Timu?
Keep that same energy from Mariah Lynn. I love how we just call her Timu, yo. We are not saying her name.
Y'all know who we talking about. And if you don't...
Shit, you
ask the people in the comments. Comment below if y'all know who Timu is.
Exactly. So, TT and Pressure walk in, and you already know it's up. So TT hits Ciroc, then hits Tavy. She runs up and does a double whammy. Hits Ciroc quick, runs up to Tammy, hits her. Then Pressure tries to jump in the fight with Tavy. Then Fauna sneaks Pressure. Where I'm just so confused because, again, Fauna, you were talking to Lex too much, but here we are.
Right.
Whatever, it's fine. You're on your time. You'll get that when you need that. Pressure and Tavy, they fight. Fauna jumps into that twice. Fauna fights Pressure, then kicks the shit out of Pressure while she's on the ground with her combat boots. So it was just really insane, basically everybody's just fighting. It's up and it's stuck. Tommy basically in the middle of this is dead ass whining that she can't get her nail appointment. Like literally mid chaos. So you telling me I can't get my nail appointment? Literally. Yeah, I'm like, I can't. I fucking can't with Tommy. I'm not going to lie. This is comedic relief.
It is.
This is a comedic relief. And so Ciroc, throws Mariah's shoe over the fence. Yes. And then Mariah goes in talking about, you just threw my Bottega sneakers over the fence. You can't even spell Bottega. Like, you'll never own a pair of Bottega. I'm like, girl. Girl.
So mad.
So fucking mad.
It's funny because you threw your shoe before.
She started it.
And now she throwing your shoe for you.
Literally. This is true. This is very true.
She's just doing what you did. Yeah, why you mad now?
You threw your own shoe. Like
you made it okay to throw your shoe. So let me show you what it's like to throw your shoe.
Period. I'm pretty sure that's exactly why she did it. That's exactly why she did it.
That's why when she did it, I was like, period.
Yeah, that's exactly why she did it.
You want to throw shoes? Go fetch.
Yeah, period.
You stupid.
You slick with it. You slick.
Not me, Ciroc. That's Ciroc.
You slick with it. So Tommy and Ciroc, they going back and forth arguing, and this shit was so fucking funny. Tommy is so bothered by Ciroc. Like, she's just so mad. Ciroc don't care. She's just like, okay, get your little camera time. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, because
she called her.
She called her the side. No, the side view. No,
I don't know what she said.
No,
but she called her.
She said I'm in contract.
Yes, I know it. Yeah, I know what she said. So Tommy basically
the background.
It's coming up.
Sorry.
So Tommy basically was like asking her if she want a one-on-one. So Ciroc is like, "What? You gonna bring one of your little friends?" Tommy goes, yeah, right? What did she say? Yeah, Tommy goes, yeah. And basically, Ciroc is like, no outsiders.
Yes, that's the word.
And then Tommy's like, bitch, you an outsider. Don't forget where the fuck you came from. Ciroc is like, I'm not outside, I'm inside now. I'm on a contract.
Period.
Everybody started cracking up.
Yo, that shit is, you see, Ciroc is slick with it.
Slick with it, for real.
Come on now. Like, you throwing Mariah's shoe after she threw it at you.
No, literally.
Now you talk about you in contract, Ciroc.
Yeah, she really had that. I was like, yo, you're eating.
Ciroc is fucking
funny.
taking her shot at baddies and shine.
But she's funny. That's the thing. We have personality. Like even when she was in the earlier episodes talking to Pressure, she had personality there too when she was trying to be friends with Pressure. And, Pressure obviously ruined that. But Ciroc is funny as fuck. Like, she just don't care. Like, she just don't care. She's just saying whatever the fuck she wants to say, but it comes out so slick. And so she's smooth with it. And it's just so entertaining. And I'm yo, I fuck with you.
Hell yeah.
I fuck with you. I feel like I started to fuck with her the moment she apologized to Biggie. It was that moment where I was like, okay, you are capable. You are very capable of being mature and having a conversation and apologizing and knowing time and place because it shows. Yeah. It shows. So now this is where Killa, she's like, Tommy, you've been on TV since I've been in middle school. Like, pack it up. Pack it up. And that is that, right? Did we notice, though, TT, Fauna, and Killa, they all wore the same outfit. You noticed that, right?
No.
Yeah, they all did. The same black and white, the stripe. Remember the same one that Fauna and Killa were matching?
Yeah.
TT had on that outfit when she...
Well, I'm not surprised they
just recycling outfits.
They do. They recycle outfits and wigs.
And wigs. Yeah. That's pretty wild.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of these girls, probably don't have the funds to fund what it's like to be a baddie. Like, let's be real. Like, a conversation, if we ever had a chance to, like, interview one of the baddies, would be my personal question is, honestly, how much does it cost to be a baddie? Like, genuinely, because it feels like it costs a lot of money. And does that money actually, like, what's the difference between what it costs versus how much you end up with at the end? Because, like, it costs a lot, So I'm not surprised that they're at this point, it's known that they recycle wigs and clothes.
Yeah. So K. Regan leaves and no one cares. Like, I don't even know why we got that confessional. Like, it was so random.
K. Regan always leaving. I don't know why she's here.
I don't know why she came back to begin with.
She hasn't even been here that much.
Right. Like, she was just never around, barely on the bus, never in anything. So I'm like, what? Why did you even come back?
And it wasn't even a real goodbye, but
no,
whatever.
It wasn't. We just literally got something on the screen, a disclaimer on the screen talking about, oh, she leaving. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then we got her confessional.
Big surprise.
Yeah. I'm like, all right.
Very on brand.
Very on brand. Like, you will not be missed. Nobody even noticed, but we did not need that. And yeah, now the girls get to Dallas and Rolly and Summer, they argue because Tommy walks in. It's bullshit. Rolly throws all the drinks on the table. Okay. Yeah. And it was really stupid. Really stupid. So now Nat meets up with Killa and Big Lex. And I found this very weird, which Natalie throws shade. She's like, you know what I find interesting is that I love that you two can be friends when, like, your friend is beefing with her. Like, that's actually, like, really, admirable. Like, I commend you guys. And I'm like, yeah, that's mad shady.
Mad shady.
Mad shady. And weird. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was weird. Like, Killa, why are you sitting next to Big Lex after she just hog spit on your friend? Pornhub spit, bro.
Yup.
Pornhub spit, bro. That's disgusting.
Yeah, but it's weird because then, I don't know, like, you went so hard all these seasons, like, oh, that's my friend.
With Tavy?
With Tavy. Exactly. But then with Lex, it's like, oh, you know how to be cordial?
Yeah.
I want to talk about Kold Killa for a second because I'm not going to lie. She's probably one of my least favorite baddies that's signed by Natalie.
Agreed.
Like, co-sign.
Agreed. She's under the baddies label.
Yeah, like I think that Kold Killa, like, I love her aesthetic. Yeah. I do love me some attitude. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I love me a girl with some, like, attitude. I really do. However, and that's what I like about Kold Killa. Like, I really did I like her attitude. But I feel like that attitude has kind of, like, I don't know if it's become more of a defense thing now. But, like, it's become more of an entitled attitude. Like, almost like, yeah, I don't know. Like, the thing about it is Stunna has that same type of, like, attitude that I like, right? Like, that kind of, like, Kold Killa, Stunna, that type of, like, rough, energy. Okay, but the thing about Stunna is that she shows love to her fans.
She does. She interacts with her fans.
Interacts with them. She shows love. Yes. She actually, like, talks to them during
smiles,
stage.
Waves, whatever. Yes.
We've seen Kold Killa in person, and we see her on the show, And it's really weird. Like she just comes off very like, oh, entitled that you're supposed to like me just because I'm a baddie.
Or I'm with Natalie.
Yeah.
And it's not cute.
Yeah, and it's like, girl, I liked your attitude, but when it's off camera and now you're doing that in club sightings.
You're doing that in bookings. Bitch, you're fucking up the brand. Let's be real. You're fucking up the brand.
It gets worse. She fucks up the brand even worse. Because in the recent episode, she actually tases Tavy.
Tink.
Oh,
she
yeah.
Tases Tink.
She actually tases Tink. Say that. That's hard to say.
I know, it's hard, right?
she tases Tink.
Tinkabella.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I thought that was so distasteful.
Me too.
Because it's like, okay, the mace, the BB gun,
the spit,
the
shit,
the horse shit. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. But now we got tasers, the pepper spray, the bear spray.
Yeah.
You tasing bitches?
Yeah.
Because you can't fight because your face is fractured?
Yeah.
And the audacity for fucking people to come at Biggie saying that she's ruining the brand, she's acting bougie, but this bitch gets to sit on stage with a fractured face.
Yep.
Can't fight.
Yep.
And tases Tink behind her back. Doesn't there no warning, no nothing.
Yup.
In a booking.
Yup.
In a booking.
At a booking is crazy.
Sukihana, okay. She could do that.
That was bad. That was still bad.
Sukihana, okay, she could do that because it's Sukihana. We know Suki. Suki don't need baddies.
Right, she don't.
Tommy, we know who Tommy is. She was Tommy before baddies.
Right.
Kold Killa, baddies made you, bitch. And you acting like that is crazy with a fractured face?
We be talking crazy on this shit sometimes where I'll be like, sheesh.
But am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Do you think that Kold Killa is just like that act was just a normal like spitting and like Tommy doing? Like, you think it's like that's okay? Like, I don't know. I just feel like at the end of the day,
what was the beef though
with Tink?
Yes, I thought that shit was deaded since last season.
Bro, I don't even know. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not good at keeping up with this catty ass shit.
That's why I'm just so confused at this because I thought their whole beef was done from like when they deaded that shit from last season.
Yo, I don't know.
Tink mostly carried her boring storyline with K. Rican. So I'm just really confused why Kold Killa even felt like she needed to do that. Like, did you want camera time? Like,
it was so random.
It was so random. Is there something we're missing? Because then that's an editing issue. That's a production issue. If there's something we're missing, maybe there was beef online or something else was said or something was done off cameras, but we didn't get any of that information. So to me, I'm looking at this, I'm watching this. It looks super random to me.
And now that I think about it, this is the second booking that Kold Killa has ruined. Because the first one, she fucked with Tommy on the thing during performance.
Oh.
And Tommy ended up hurting an audience member.
Throwing glass in the crowd.
Yeah, and hurting an audience member because she thought it was an audience member. Meanwhile, it was Kold Killa.
Kold Killa.
From the top.
Yo, clock it.
Now she's tasing bitches.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Biggie's the problem?
Yeah. Agreed.
Which is why I'm excited to see this next episode. And I hope Natalie really puts Kold Killa in her place. Because it's kind of like, you have no problem yelling at Biggie, threatening to get rid of her from the show, from a performance, yet Kold Killa can act like a fucking animal. And it's like, what? Cool?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. Tasing was really crazy to me. I was like, I saw this shit in her hand. They trying to get it out. And in her confessional, she said she tased her neck. I was like, wow. That's really dangerous.
And the fact that we just move on from that scene, you realize that we just act, like nothing ever happened, just another day.
Yeah.
That to me is like, bro, that's where I love how they focus more on the spit than the tasing. You realize that, right? The spit, the fights went on for days. It felt like 2 episodes. Like, you know, they're holding a grudge, but we never hear about the tasing again after that.
Yeah, well, I guess in the next one after this one, we might be hearing about it. But, you know, so now in this little scene, back to the scene with Lex, Natalie, and Kold Killa, eventually, Ciroc comes in the scene with Egypt. They're all chatting. Then Hurricane comes in. Girls recap the situation with TT and Pressure that happened on the bus again. You know, Hurricane says her part, says that she did have her back, but it's some bullshit. And now we have the main event. Pressure and TT walk in. Ciroc immediately, again, all go. Beat the fuck out of TT. Immediately. Like, that's it. No sugarcoating. Like, immediately. It was so bad. And knowing TT, like, she is someone that she gonna keep going.
She got heart.
She kept going. I mean, this is not to say that she can't fight. Obviously, she can.
She
but
can.
Like, you know, she kept going. And it got to the point where it was so bad that the two securities was trying to break them up. They couldn't even break them up.
Yeah.
Fucking Egypt and Lex had to get in the middle and break them up. And even they were having a hard time breaking them up. And it's so funny because I'm happy that they did that because Ciroc looked like she was really taking TT through there. Like, please break this up.
Yeah.
Please break this up. Then you got Pressure and Hurricane going round after round after round after round. And this was just a very explosive scene, obviously.
Yeah, this is where my grandma got nervous.
Yeah. Didn't she say that, TT was going
Yeah.
She said, oh my God, she's gonna Didn't she say that? Was that someone else in the comments?
I don't remember.
Someone said TT was going they didn't get Ciroc off of her.
Can we even say that word on YouTube?
Oh, I don't know. Someone said she was going to be unalive.
There you go.
Okay.
I think we gotta censor the word.
Yeah. Anywho. So then we get to the club and we already talked about that with Kold Killa tasing Tink.
Yes.
So
and
now
then it ends there, right?
It ends there. Now we're finally on episode 13, y'all. We're finally on episode 13.
Thank you for sticking with us.
If you made it this far, comment that you made it this far. Anywho, so Summer decides to throw a bottle at Tinka after Tink just got fucking tased.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Escalating the entire situation. And of course, everyone's drunk and they're in the club.
And I love how Fauna is just like going hard for Kold Killa, going hard, making sure she's good, making sure her homegirl is so good. Meanwhile, her homegirl is chilling in other rooms with Big Lex saying, no, Fauna know what it is. Fauna know what it is. So I just thought this was like cute. I love it. I love it. So yeah, there's all chaos. The girls are yelling. And that pretty much is the scene because in the next one,
much in the scene. Yep.
You have Rolly, Mariah, and Tasiki, and they're recapping. They're recapping. Mariah's talking about
Biggie plays dumb, plays victim, you know. Rolly talks about her issue with Summer. What did you think about this scene, Rolly, Tasiki, and Mariah?
I thought that it was weird that Mariah said that Ciroc is ducking Tasiki and acting that's what she ended up saying. She's like, oh yeah, Ciroc is ducking Tasiki. But it was like so funny because it's like she's talking exactly the way Timu said that Biggie was talking. So I just thought this whole scene was fucking weird. Obviously, we know now that Mariah and Tasiki are not Biggie's friend, and we see it very clear here.
Exactly. Yeah. And now we get Lex, Dolly, and Tavy linking up, where Tavy wants to squash the beef with Lex, and they squash their beef to the point where Lex surprises her with a birthday cake and balloons.
Yeah, because last year for Tavy's birthday, Lex gave her for her birthday
a knuckle sandwich.
For sure.
We'll just keep it like that.
Yes. So in order to make up for, I guess they said that the beef has gone on for too long.
Yeah, for a year is what they said.
You know, they made up, I guess.
I find that weird.
I think it's production.
Of course. I think it's like, you know what they call PR?
Lex is a production pet. I don't even think she bought that for Tavy. I think production gave it to her and told her, here you go. This is what you got to do next. That's what it feels like. It felt very fake. They didn't even hug or anything.
Yeah, it felt super fake.
Yeah, but whatever. We already know Lex is a production pet, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just over it. Like, I'm not going to lie, that whole scene with Dolly, Lex, and Tavy, like, I don't know. So in that one, it does bounce back and forth, but I just want to talk about this one scene real quick. You know, Dolly and Tavy are asking Lex, like, what you gonna do about Fauna? Like, what's gonna happen? Lex is saying she's done fighting. She doesn't want to fight. She wants to stay cute and pretty. Dolly's like, girl, you spit. So Fauna is not done with that. Like, Dolly just lets her know plainly as day, like, you spit. You can tell, like, she judging her low key. Like, Fauna's still gonna need that. Tavy said, and that's where Tavy said, you put a whole poured amount on her forehead. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So, you know, Lex is like, but she maced me. So the same disrespect that you maced me is this, I met you with the same disrespect. So now I feel like we're even. That was Lex's argument. What do you think about that argument?
I think Lex is a production pet. So she's going to say a lot of things that make it sound cute. But at the end of the day, you can justify whatever you want. The same way Tommy said, I didn't shoot you. You ran into the bullet. You know, these girls are always going to say whatever makes them feel better. So if that's what she said, that's what she said. Okay. What about you?
I mean, I thought about it in the sense of like, that's still weird, girl. I don't give a fuck. Like, you think you're even? No, it's gonna keep going. Gonna keep going now. Yeah. There is no getting even because, like, what? I don't know. I just think that Fauna still needs that, and that's it. You don't get to do that and just be like, yeah, I want to sit pretty now. Like, you don't get to put a glob of white stuff on someone's forehead and think you're gonna sit pretty now. Like, that's just not okay.
Who knows? Maybe she will be sitting pretty because the way Fauna moving don't look like...
The way Fauna moving for real.
I mean, like... really, she knows who to play with. I think Lex knows who to play with, like, at the end of the day. Or she knows that she's a heavy hitter, so she's not really afraid of fucking with anybody. Like, let's be real. How many people have really put Lex in her place?
Well, I guess we'll find out because apparently Rolly and her go at it, and I don't know why, but I can't wait to see the reason for that because... That's fucking random. How the hell do you and Rolly go at it? Like, that just doesn't make any sense. So now we got Hurricane meeting up with TT to have a convo about their friendship. And this scene was so sad to me because I just felt it. Like, you two are actually like real friends. Like, I know y'all don't want this. And I know Hurricane definitely doesn't want this. Like you said, she took accountability. But also tried to explain to her, like, girl, like, I was fighting DTV. So much shit kept happening.
I think TT's allowing pressure to get into her head.
I agree.
A lot. And I think that, you know, TT needs to be careful because at the end of the day, you and Hurricane, and I haven't watched the show, but going based off of the fact that they both came from the same show and they were friends, right? You guys had something together. Pressure just coming in and she's been messy with everyone.
Everybody.
She's fake to literally everyone. What makes you think you're any different? She's only friends with you because she saw you had her back.
And she wants an ally.
Yeah, there's the loyalty thing. But like pressure's from the streets. So like loyalty means everything. But that don't mean she gotta like you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like I don't trust pressure from like the little bit. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. She is fake to everyone, girl. Yeah. She is definitely going to be fake to you. She's like 40-something. You're like 20-something.
Agreed.
What does she have business with you in reality and in real life?
Agreed.
Like, let's be real.
Agreed.
Hurricane is definitely more a potential to be a real ride or die bitch.
For you,
but you kind of allowed pressure to taint your perspective of her. And that's just... baddies.
From what I've seen so far with TT, it feels like a pride thing. Like now it's one of those things where she's stuck on it. She don't care. She's sticking with it. 100%. Because even at some point when Natalie was trying to explain to her, like, hey, Emery's your friend. Yeah. She's like, well, I didn't see it. And she still didn't really care. Yeah. And so she basically says to Emery, like, yo, like, I felt like it wasn't enough energy for me, though. Like,
before it was nothing. You know, now it's not enough.
And she felt like the way Pressure got mad, she felt like Pressure had more energy and moved behind her, and she don't even know Pressure like that. And I know you longer than Pressure, and you didn't even have the same energy. And that's where she felt like, okay, I feel like you're not my friend.
Right, but she's comparing Hurricane to Pressure. Pressure is a fake theatrical bitch. She came here.
This is true.
She came here with the intention on fighting everyone because she wanted to be a star.
Yeah.
If you look at her other interviews, like this is her one shot. She's been trying to be on Baddies forever. Yep. She's been trying to be, she claims that she's the OG baddie. She paved the way for these bitches in the real streets. So like, Pressure's gonna react like that because she has a quote unquote reason to, so that she can be a star, because she thinks that by fighting, it makes her a baddie. So that's what bothered me about that scene. Her comparing the way Hurricane maneuvered compared to Pressure. It's like Pressure's this 40-year-old woman this is her last shot type shit. You know? This is her one shot, so she gonna do whatever. So she gonna act on whatever because it's the only way to be theatrical.
Yeah. So Hurricane tries to explain to TT that, like, you know, she went to her room to apologize because she agrees, like, she did not do enough that night and she understands where she's coming from. But then when Pressure just attacked her, it felt like she was getting set up. And TT was like, no, I didn't set you up. If I would have set you up, I would have just jumped you. Like, we would have jumped you if I actually set you up. That wasn't a setup.
But I can see how it feels like that. But that goes back. How it
feels like that.
That goes back to what I said about Pressure.
Yeah.
You see how Pressure continues to shape that narrative? Yeah. And I just feel like it's on purpose. Pressure knows what she's doing. She's a grown-ass woman. Yeah. And she's basically manipulating fucking TT to
be on her side. Yeah, literally. And I can see it.
TT's eating it up.
She's eating it up. The same way she ate it up with Daisy, though, on Baddies Gone Wild. She's going to eat it up with Pressure. Which it looks like it's the same thing happening. And I don't think TT's going to realize it until she watches the show and then reunion comes. I think that's the only time hopefully she realizes it. If she doesn't, I'll be like, damn, bitch. But I think she will if people back home start saying, yo, TT, you doing too much. Like, you know, because when they start talking shit about you, then you're like, all right, I don't want to look funny or stupid in front of my city. So then you're going to do something about it. So we'll see by the time reunion comes what type of time she's on. So now the girls get to a little line dancing class. And I was super excited for this. It was cute until it got messy.
What the fuck is line dancing?
You don't know that?
Am I ignorant?
Maybe.
What's that?
It's just a dance. Like, it's very Southern. It's like a country thing. The line dancing. You know, but they have like so many different ones though. Like how they have it to certain songs. But I guess there's a line dance. I don't know the name of it, but it's like big in the South. I don't know the name of it. But I guess you could say to the left, what is that called again? Cupid Shuffle. Yeah. Is that the Cupid Shuffle?
Bitch,
I don't remember.
I'm a city girl. I don't know none of that.
But I feel like
I was trying to find out what line dancing was this whole episode, but
it's a very country thing.
I feel like I didn't even get that because when they played they started doing some dance. It was like to DTB and Biggie. So, but it was just a different pace. So I still couldn't really grasp.
So, you know, like the electric slide, the cha-cha slide, Cupid Shuffle, those are examples of line dancing.
All right.
But there's a recent one that came out. I don't remember the name, but I know it's like they be using the fan and they be doing the line dance to it. And it looks so cool.
I ain't gonna lie. You know that song?
What was that? What song? No way, bitch.
I can't do it.
The fact that I knew exactly.
Sing it. I can't sing it. Sing it for the people. Sing it because I can't.
This is what Jesse thought line dancing was, y'all. I don't know if y'all know that song. There she go, there she go. Yeah, that's what you thought the shit was, bitch. You stupid, yo.
I'm sorry, y'all. I mean,
that could be a form too, but just a different.
I'm fucking cry. I swear. I thought that's what that
some country shit, yo.
I thought that. Listen, I'm a city girl. I'm sorry.
Country
y'all gotta teach me about that shit. I don't know nothing.
It really typically it comes from the South. Even like the Cupid Shuffle, Cha-Cha Slide, Electric Slide. Those are all like Southern type songs.
All right, cool.
So they were learning it, and I thought it was super cute. That's why Dolly was mad hype. She mad country.
Yeah. She even said it. She said, "Play country music."
Yeah,
I was like, "Yes, please," so I can see what I'm doing. I don't know what this line dancing is. I can't picture it with fucking DTV and Biggie.
I know. Like, why were they
It's cute
using their songs?
It's cute because obviously the CEO is a fan of the show.
Yeah.
So that's why she catered to them, which is like, it was so cute though, because it's like, you could tell
cute.
she's a fan of the show.
Yeah.
And she was just happy that they were there. Yeah. She knew damn well they wasn't going to do no line dancing.
She knew damn well. Like, she was so unfazed.
Yeah.
She was so unfazed.
She just said,
like, yeah, I get it. Like,
smiling the whole time. Not even scared.
Not stressed out.
No.
I was like, oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Smiling. She's a good sport.
Yeah. But that coaster step that she was showing them, I think that would have tripped me up a little bit, you know?
Yeah, she kept saying, do this and that. And I felt, what's her, Bahati?
No, it was, Bahati when she went to the
She's like, I'm going to be the audience.
Yeah, she's like, I'll watch you guys. Because I can't do this shit. But when she did the left or right, I was like, okay. But then when she did the coaster step, I was like, wait, what? But that shit was mad cute. I was like, finally, these girls get to do an activity, and this is super cute.
But did they really do it?
No,
really.
Because obviously the first group of girls, they came to just have a good time. They didn't have no beef. They were having a good time, and I enjoyed watching that. But then the rest of the girls trickle in, and that's where the beef comes. So we got Dolly, Mariah, Lex coming. Mariah talking about she not feeling the vibe, and she was sitting there salty as hell when it was playing Biggie's song. Ugly as fuck.
Bro, Mariah's a fucking ugly.
So then the music start getting dark. You know what type of time it is. So E.T. come in. Dolly is on go. She is on 1,000 this episode.
Yeah.
1,000, like crashing the fuck out.
She didn't even like dress up, nothing.
She didn't do nothing and she didn't care.
Yeah.
It was like, you don't want to do the line dance? She's like, nope. I'm like, damn. So
E.T. comes in all cute.
Mad cute.
So Dolly comes up ready to fight her. So E.T. got to take off her heels, rips her wig off.
That's crazy.
And they start fighting. They go like 2 rounds.
Yeah, they go like 2 rounds.
Dolly got the first one, but I ain't gonna lie. The second one, E.T. kind of held herself down.
Of course.
She kind of did that.
Yeah. And then why was Dolly hitting security with the damn cord?
She was whipping him.
She was whipping him. That was wild.
All I could think about sometimes is I hope these people get paid a lot of money.
I mean, I would assume so.
Because Jesus, to deal with that nonsense.
Yeah, and then she threw the fan over his head and all that.
Threw the fan. She kicked the plant.
She was crashing the fuck out. She was on 1,000.
Mind you, the CEO lady's just like,
dead ass. She's just smiling the whole time.
Tito was like,
smiling the whole time.
That's why DTV at the end was so nice to her. Like, I'm sorry. Basically, like,
she's like, we're not going to be able to do this.
Yeah, they were so nice to her because they know.
They know. That's why they were like, yeah, the baddies can't do anything, yo.
Yeah.
So Davey comes in, and it's so funny because then Ciroc comes in. Mariah looks upset immediately. Then Pressure and TT walk in, and oh my God, it's just up. Because then they trying to do the dance. They actually trying to do the dance now, which it was going good until Dolly interrupts it, talking about, Tasiki said you and Biggie been hanging out. So what's up with that?
Yep.
What's up with that?
And I'm glad that Biggie's like, yeah, finally, let's talk about it. All of us, since we all here. Yeah, because fucking everybody want to talk shit and deny. So this is where we obviously spoke earlier about how everyone was telling Mariah, like, that was the first time. Even Kanaya was like, yeah, that was the first time.
Like, Biggie even said she got a restraining order against this girl. Like, what the fuck?
That's not what the stylist said.
Right.
Okay, Mariah.
Yeah, when she said she claimed the news from the fucking stylist, I was like, what? So you got Amber walking in, but she's just walking into this chaos, right? So now Ciroc clears the air. And she says that she never talked to Biggie outside of the apology and says that you guys made that shit up to bully her. And I was like, period, Ciroc, talk your shit.
I love that. It's so true.
The girls basically clear the air and let Mariah know that, hey, Biggie and Ciroc never hung out. They are not buddy-buddy. The only time they only did a scene together, and that's all that was, right? Then Mariah suddenly says, okay, so we'll talk offline because I heard from so-and-so and someone's stylist. That was my source. I have a very credible source.
And I love that Biggie was like, oh, so now you want to talk offline? You had all this energy to be on camera, but now when you were told you were wrong, you want to talk offline.
Yep. Especially when it's like multiple sources telling you now that this is a lie. This is not true. This is the only time they spoke. it's weird. It's like now you're trying to stand on a lie, a rumor, or whatever the case is. And it's not cute. It's not cute. So, you know, Amber literally walks next to Pressure.
Yeah, so Amber's like walking. Apparently,
she next to Pressure.
She called her, and they was cool. And then
all of a sudden, Pressure just sneaks her. Because Pressure think, why you walking next to me? I don't know what type of timing you're on because you like disagreed with me about, I don't fucking know. But all I know is that Pressure, I'm over her.
Pressure always got a reason to hit somebody.
Stupid ass fucking reason.
It's always so dumb. And this is why I'm literally looking at TT sideways because it's like, look at the person you're standing next to.
Literally.
She's fake as fuck.
Fake as fuck.
Literally hits people for no reason.
No reason. And they were cool. They were cool.
That's why... Why did Amber sneak Biggie, Rich? Like, you're so mad.
That she couldn't get to Pressure.
That you couldn't get to Pressure.
So she took it out on Biggie.
Because she even tried to do this weird, like, head thing to get into Pressure to try to fight her because she's short and Pressure's a big bitch.
Yeah.
And couldn't get her.
No.
So you attack Biggie?
Yeah, as Biggie's walking out. And then the audacity for Pressure to be like, does anyone want to get to know me? The audacity. Tavy's like, bitch, it's too late. And I agree, because how you gonna go around starting shit with everybody and then the audacity to talk about, I want to have fun too. I want to have fun too. I don't want to fight all the time.
And I feel like she's even saying that like sarcastically because you don't really want to have fun. Like you find a reason to fight someone every single time. And it's kind of old.
Yeah.
It's really, you know, I'm telling you, it reminds me of when E.T., her first season, how all she did was fight. Yeah. There was no personality.
No, none of that.
It was just fight with no real reason. Just fight because Rolly said so. Yeah. Like, that's how it feels. It feels like Pressure's a big version of fucking E.T. No personality, just wants to fight and can say babe. Mm-hmm. That's all she is. Literally. Not even funny, bro.
I feel like Ivory and DTV are the only Now That's TV people with personality that have come on to Baddies so far. I mean, I'm sure there's other Now That's TV people, but I don't remember right now. But those are the only ones that I remember right now that actually have some personality where, yeah, they be fighting, but it's never just that. And I feel like with E.T. and Pressure, they bring that energy from Now That's
E.T.
TV.
No, E.T. better now.
E.T. is better now, but I'm talking about when they first started.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So Amber gets upset.
Yeah.
She goes back to the car.
To get her helmet. Bitch! When she got out that car with her helmet, bro, I started cracking the fuck up. I'm like, Amber, I did not know you were this funny. Like, I really did not know you were going to make me laugh this much.
Yeah.
Like, this is like the third time you cracking me up right now.
Yeah, 100%.
First it was Tasiki. Yeah. Then it was the piano. Mm-hmm. Now it's the helmet.
Yeah.
What is going on?
She's funny,
bro, without even trying to be funny. Like, she's dead serious. She's talking about, let me go get my helmet. Y'all, let me go get my helmet.
She called it something too.
She called it a helmet.
No, she called it some crazy shit.
I don't know what the fuck
I forgot. Wait, it sounded like a historical name. Yeah.
Didn't she say helmet?
No, yes, but she called it a name. I don't remember. It sounded important. Like an important figure in history.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
So Kanaya goes to check in on Amber, and that's where Amber makes it known that her and Pressure were friends, and she only stood next to her to make sure that no one attacked her or snuck her, because she know Pressure always got beef with everybody. But now it's done. They're not friends anymore. And she doesn't like how Pressure snuck her out of nowhere. So unprovoked. And now her lip is swelling and all this shit. And so going back to the part where Pressure is literally talking about, does anyone want to get to know me, right? Talking about she doesn't want to fight, all this bullshit. But as soon as Tavy and TT start fighting, Pressure intervenes and jumps into that bitch. And I'm like, didn't you just say, does anyone want to get to know me? Like,
nah, the best was when fucking Amber comes, do.
Yo, that was so funny.
Jumps in the air. And does some shit.
She jumped mid-air, bro.
Yo.
She jumped mid-air. That shit was mad funny when Amber jumped mid-air just to hit Pressure. I'm dead. I don't know what the fuck I said. All to just miss. It's fucking insane.
Yo,
Pressure
crazy.
gets escorted out away from the girls. then they kind of want to do the line dance again, right? They're like, let's do it. But then Biggie interrupts and she's like, can I be excused?
Right. And then this is where she walks out. Amber tries to, not try. She actually
snuck her for real.
Yeah. Big Lex is like, why is it that Biggie keeps getting snuck? Like, she has to stand up for herself, which she's not wrong. But why is Big Lex talking on Biggie's personal business?
It's weird.
When you're not her friend.
Not her friend. You slapped her at the reunion.
Exactly. So I don't know why she even saying something.
Yeah.
So there's that.
So weird.
DTV apologizes to the CEO for all the chaos. Like, girl, we are not going to do no more line dancing, clearly. Kanaya gets in the car with Amber and she's like, I can't wait to tell her that she was wrong for sneaking Biggie, which is a good friend.
Yes, exactly.
Because God knows that Neek can't control her cabaret girls. So that maybe Kanaya should be the one.
Yeah.
The team leader. Now Biggie and Mariah, they're going back and forth. This is where, like we said earlier, Mariah's getting louder because she just feels like she's so offended that Biggie doesn't trust her. And Biggie's like, sees right through her. But we already covered that.
We kind of talked about that. Mariah said she felt like she needed to have Biggie's back because she knows what it feels like for no one to have your back, which was so fucking weird. It's like, are you her friend or are you not her friend? Like, is that simple?
But Biggie was like, I didn't ask you for that anymore. Like, we already know you don't fuck with me. Like,
flip-flopping.
It's just like, stop trying to prove a point. You're trying to manipulate something so that you have a reason to not look bad.
Yes. And talking about my heart and my mind are fighting. Girl, bye. Really? It wasn't fighting when you was around Tasiki and her friends?
Right. Exactly.
Fucking weirdo.
Mariah's giving big ego.
Yeah, that's it.
And I love how she folded so quickly when Tasiki wasn't there. Because had Tasiki had been there, she would have a bigger mouth and bigger energy. Yeah. But because Tasiki wasn't there, she was like, oh, we could talk about this off camera.
Yeah, now offline. Because you see all the other bitches was basically backing up Biggie.
Right.
And you felt attacked.
Right.
But if
you felt small.
Right, which is what you are. But if you had Tasiki and, all these other people.
And Timu and Tay
and all Tay, then you would have been loud as fuck. The same way you were loud
the other time.
With the outsiders.
Mm-hmm. Or also with Ciroc when she threw the shoe the first time.
Oh, yeah. She was big
She was protected.
Yep. She was big.
She acts real big when Tasiki is there.
Yep.
But when Tasiki's not there, she acts real small.
And that's what Amber said. Which I'm surprised Amber did not attack Mariah. She didn't get her lick back, which I was surprised about, but whatever. So Mariah and Biggie end their friendship, and that's literally the end of the episode, guys. That's literally the end of the episode. And we kind of talked about this a lot in the beginning.
Yes.
So we don't even have to do too much because y'all already heard our thoughts about that.
Yes.
And, for the preview, we get Fauna and Lex arguing in the club. We get Ciroc getting into it with someone, but I didn't see who she got into it with. Mm-hmm. Natalie confronts Kold Killa about the taser.
Thank God.
We'll see how that goes because that is just taking shit too far. Brorilla makes a fucking appearance.
Bitch, I forgot Brorilla was on this bitch.
Me too.
I'm like, yo, more.
I see this bitch walking in with her face and her smile. I'm like, yo, you look like you was a badass kid. That was the first thing I thought. You just look like a badass kid. Then we get a couple of girls from Baddies Gone Wild. I forgot her name, but her and Emery had beef. And then we have a Johnson's Cabaret girl coming in too. So those are the replacements. And clearly Hurricane and her start fighting. So yeah.
That is it.
That is it.
We made it to the end,
We made it to the fucking end. So I can't wait to see the next episode. If you guys made it this far, definitely comment below. Comment your thoughts. Let us know how you feel, period.
On everything we said today.
Everything.
On the last episode.
Everything.
On the last fucking interview that we did.
On the interview too.
On the live stream.
On the live stream.
Tune in. Go tap in.
Every
week.
Tap in.
Right,
for sure.
y'all.
And we're going to start, even though we're a little late, we are going to start live streaming Bad Boys. Okay. DR. Right? And that's going to be on the Patreon. So if y'all are down for that, stay tuned. Stay motherfucking tuned. All right. And with that being said, how can they find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram. That's JESSI.strange. And where can they find you, Tiana?
You guys can find me on Instagram at it's.tianalock. You guys can find us on Instagram at
The Petty Headquarters.
You guys can find us on YouTube, all podcast platforms, and Patreon at The Petty Headquarters. We release episodes weekly, y'all. With that being said, this was your weekly dose of mess.